how to connect Vapi into N8N to then lead into Airtable. That's what we're going to do today. We'll do it all from scratch, so it's easy for you to go step by step through it. All right, so first thing, we need to log in into Vapi, and then we, of course, need to have an assistant. I'll create a dummy assistant here, and I'll take one from the selected options. And awesome, so we have Morgan. And where we need to go right away to connect into the webhook is that we need to go all the way down until we see the messaging section. So we go into the messaging section and you will see server URL. That is exactly where we will be putting the webhook. Now, let's actually start from scratch here as well. Let's go now to N8N. So the first thing that we will need is a webhook. Webhook because it's listening to any data that we are sending to it. I think it will be easier as we go along with it. So let's select webhook. And as you can see in a webhook, there is a URL. And that URL is like an address that we send information into. Well, what I like to do is to beautify this URL. I just like to call it post call. And yeah, for best practice, I use a camel case here, and make sure that when we set the webhook, we select post in N8N. So please select post, maybe give it a beautiful name. You don't have to, but it's just nice to see it like that. Awesome, so you can just copy and make sure that it says URL copied, and we're awesome. Let's just save for best practice, and let's paste it right here. So what's going to happen now is that if I'm going to have a call, that call is going to be transferred. So all the information that comes with the call is going to be transferred into Vapi. Now, a little thing that I also like to do is here, you can see client messages and server messages. Honestly, I never need any of them. Like when it comes to the client messages, same for the server messages, if not for the end of call report, which tells us, you know, the summary, some transcript, and some information that is useful to then perhaps store in something like an Airtable. So just publish here, and I'm going to test it quickly. You might not be able to hear it. It's just for testing purposes anyway. So yeah, I think it's enough to have a back and forth to be able to then, you know, like have it active. I think we did a big mistake. We should have set this to active. So please make sure you select that, because now no data has come through. So good that we went through this mistake so you don't have to do it yourself. So make sure to select active, because if we don't select active, we're, you know, like sending the data from Vapi into N8N, but N8N is not accepting it because it's not active. So we need to make sure that it's active. So you know what, let me go call again and come back, and we will see it here in the executions. I'll be right back. Awesome. So I just had a little conversation here and I ended it quickly. So yeah, let's go into the, let's close this one, into the executions, and it takes a little while for the data to populate, but you'll see that it comes right through here. And let's give it a bit of time to load up. Awesome. Let's make sure that we have also something like the transcript. So transport. Don't see it. Well, yeah, it's in here. So we have the transcript. If we select schema, it will go straight into it. Awesome. Good. So yeah, I think now we can go to the next step, and that's connecting Airtable. So let's go ahead, select Airtable, and we can create a record. And you'll see that we need to select the credentials. All right, so now we need to go into, you know, Airtable, and then into the little account here, and then you will see the account section. Click there. You will see a section saying APIs, and that will be deprecated. You go to the developer hub from here, and then we need to go into developers and personal access token. And here we can create a new token, and I'm going to call it again test, maybe N8N. And it's important to, like, when it comes to the scopes, it's really good practice to select as few scopes as possible for your specific use case. You can select them all if you want to explore, but just make sure that you always select the ones that are most relevant for your use case. So in my case, it's read, write, and perhaps schema read. Yeah, so these are good. And then we need to select a base. So in our case, that would be the example base that we have created, and we create a token. Make sure to copy this token because you will not be able to see it again. And then what we do is we go back into our lovely NA10, we paste the access token here, and here we go. We have connected successfully to it, and then we can select our example base and our end of call table. And you can see here that we have all the data already being added. Now in NA10, what you want to do is to go into the perhaps execution. I mean, given that we already did this before, like did the call already, you don't have to do it all the time. You can just like copy to editor. You can copy the payload of the webhook. What you can do is actually really useful is to pin the payload. So you don't always have to, go through the calls and repeat yourself. Yeah, and then what we can do, I mean, I'm gonna do it again here so you can see, is we can add the call ID. So that will take a little bit to find ID here, not the assistant ID, but not sure if it's called call ID. Oh yeah, no, it's not. Well, it actually call ID, here it is. So we can add that here, and then we can add the transcript. That should be easy to find, exactly, artifact, and then you find the transcript. I called it notes, but actually it's summary, but it's fine. It's we get the idea, so it should be fine. We add that here, and voila. Yeah, we should be good to go. And if we click on execute the workflow, you have to imagine that you just did a call, and that just transferred into the webhook, and boom, it transfers again into the end of call report. And here we go, we have it in Airtable. So that is it. I hope you had some fun seeing this and connecting everything together. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment below. I try to be as prompt as possible when it comes to reaching to the comments, and I see you in the next video. Bye.